Joanne Thompson. I am the Executive Assistant at the Greater Utica Chamber of Commerce, and today we are here at Anita Swan's Humane Society to celebrate a great collaboration of our community. First Source Federal Credit Union has funded the Paws and Pages program, a wonderful program where these lovely youth and individuals get to come read to the animals here. And to start the rest of the information off, I'm going to go ahead and introduce Pam Way from First Source.
Thank you. Good afternoon, and thank you all for being here as we cut the ribbon for this amazing program that I'm sure is going to be life-changing for the readers and the animals at Anita Swan Humane Society. First Source's employees and members have been committed to raising funds for the humane societies in our area for decades through collecting shelter wish list items, participating in the Wiggle Waggle Walkathon, volunteering for the telethon, and donating on Giving Tuesday. Using our filter of education, we wanted to take it a step further and make a bigger impact. That is when we stumbled on a reading program that is being used across the U.S. It was the perfect fit, and so we went into action. After 2 years of planning, we are finally ready to launch the Paws and Pages reading program. This program is a mutually beneficial experience designed to help shy, anxious dogs feel more comfortable around people by having kids read to them. When kids read out loud, it encourages the dogs to approach the front of the kennel when visitors and potential adopters are present, instead of cowering in the corner. Dogs who approach the kennel front get adopted more quickly, thus reducing their average length of stay. This process also has a calming, approachable, and social effect on the cats. For our young volunteers, the Paws and Pages reading program helps foster compassion and empathy while providing a supportive environment to develop their reading skills. In addition, the program allows kids to make a positive impact on the world by helping animals in need. And these types of sponsorships that truly make my job so fulfilling. And I thank First Source and Anita Swan Humane Society for letting me carry this out. And now I'd like to introduce Marianne Munson, Community Engagement Coordinator for First Source, where she would like to speak about our Paws and Pages pilot program. Marianne?
Thanks, Pam. When we started piecing together how this program would work, we decided to include children in the pilot program so that we could see the reactions from the animals to make sure the program worked as it was intended to do. We reached out to our First Source employees to see if anyone would like to participate in the pilot program. We received a great response, which wasn't surprising. The employees and their families went through the required training program and were taught the basics of this program that included different behaviors and personalities of the animals, how sitting sideways on their cushion and reading with indoor voices was less intimidating to the animals, and not to put their hands in the cages. They were taught what to do when they entered the Humane Society, how to sign in at the desk for the reading session, and the rules they needed to follow while they were at the facility. Our training also included discussion on how they thought the animals felt and why they were brought here, so they had a better understanding of the animals and what the Humane Society was all about: compassion, helping animals, and caring. When they were done with their training, they each earned a lanyard with their name on it and a punch card, which gets punched every time they come to read. They are required to wear this name tag every time they attend a reading session to show they are part of the special reading program. When they receive 5 punches for completed reading sessions, they earn a cat or dog pin for their lanyard. And they take this very seriously, I want you to know that. Our pilot kids love this and have taken ownership of this program. They have proved it to be successful as they read to the dogs and see them lie down, relax, and stop barking. Or to a cat when the cat sits quietly, lays down, and goes to sleep. Please take a moment to look at the screen on our first source truck, which shows slides of all these children and the animals during their reading session. It is just amazing what you're going to see. This program would not be what it is without the families that you see here today. They have been with us for 1 year and have laid the foundation of this program. Thank you to all our pilot families for participating and making this program a success. We have also had several animal adoptions among our pilot families since the program has been started, which is what we want to see. One success story that we would like to share with all of you today is from our employee, Megan Hunt. I would now like to invite Megan to share her family's experience of the program, as well as a wonderful ending that came from a day of reading. Megan, if you come up.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Megan, and my kids were pilot readers in this program. We have Macy and Marcus. I'd like to preface this by saying I'm not a fan of public speaking. In fact, if you had told me a year ago that I'd be standing here talking to you all with a rescue dog at my side, I probably would have laughed and then politely declined. But when it comes to this program and the impact it's had on my family, it's too important not to share. I'm so honored to be here today, not just as a supporter of this program, but as someone whose family was forever changed by it. When my kids first joined the program, we thought it would be a meaningful way to spend time developing our children as readers while also giving love to animals waiting for their homes. We had no idea we were about to meet a piece of our family we didn't know was missing. Blue was originally a stray from Kentucky. He had been sleeping on someone's porch at night and trying to sneak in the door anytime it was open. He wasn't causing trouble, he just wanted to belong. After a shelter transfer due to flooding, he ended up here at Anita Swan Humane Society. On my son's birthday in April, we visited the shelter for a reading session. On our way out, I happened to see Blue in an outdoor kennel. Something about him just stopped me and I couldn't get him off my mind. The next day, my husband and kids came back again. They had just finished reading in one of the cat rooms and were going to go to another cat room, but they were full. So they asked for a dog, and out came Blue. You may call it a coincidence. I call it fate. That night, my husband said something he might later regret. I'd never pulled the trigger on getting another dog myself, but if I came home from work one day and he was here, I wouldn't be upset. So I made a visit of my own. We did a trial night, then another, and 2 days after our one-on-one, we officially adopted Blue. He's still so young, but he's already been through so much. And yet, he is the sweetest boy. He's gentle, he's cuddly, he plays with joy, and he loves with his whole heart. He sleeps beside me every night as if he's always belonged there. He even helped our other dog, Layla, come out of her shell. They're inseparable now. This program gives my kids a safe space to grow as readers, and it gave Blue a second chance at life. It brings us joy, connection, and a reminder that sometimes the best things find you when you're not looking. So thank you to everyone who made this program possible. You're not just building confident readers, you're helping animals find homes. You're building bridges between kids and animals, between families and hope, and sometimes between a porch sleeping stray and his forever home.
Excuse me one second as I try not to cry. Sorry, it was amazing. We love to hear these stories about the connection. I know some of the kids might have after-school programs or sports to get to, but hold on just a few more minutes. We've got a couple surprises for you guys. In the meantime, I would like to introduce the Board of Directors for the Anita Swan Humane Society, Anita Vitula.
Thank you. At any point in our program, are we going to introduce the readers?
Kind of, because
I think this is all about the readers. And I think you've had all these faces looking out at you long enough. You need to know at least their first names. Your name? No? Okay. Name?
Emerson.
Emerson. Okay. Marcus.
Macy.
Macy. Liliana.
Logan.
Logan. No? What is it? Camila. Camila.
Sophie.
Sophie. Did we get you?
Austin.
Austin. This is Logan.
Ava.
Ava. And your favorite you been? Stop by though. You can be a guest here. All right. Well, you know, this is what it's all about. It's about the readers. First and foremost, these are a group of young people that want to help our dogs and cats. Now, if that isn't a kind heart, I don't know what else is. But thank you so much, because you've made a world of difference to some dogs that don't often get visitors. So you can cheer yourself on. Why don't you give yourself a round of applause? So I'm here today as a volunteer. I'm a volunteer and president of the board of directors, and I've been involved with the shelter for decades. And literally, you know, the shelter wouldn't exist without our community, because we're not funded with state or federal funding. We have to raise most of our money to really keep the doors open. And just a few years ago during COVID, they almost closed. The community rallied, and here we are today with this wonderful program. But everything starts with one person, an idea. It's not me. It was Pam Way over at First Source. And she had this idea, and she just wouldn't let it go. She was like a bulldog with a bone, excuse the pun, but she was like a bulldog with a bone, and she wouldn't let it go. And lo and behold, I was doing some fundraising, and I had a chance to meet Pam, and the rest is history. And, you know, this takes a person with an idea, and importantly, just as importantly, an organization to stand behind it. You know, when you look at an organization like First Source Federal Credit Union, there are not many around this community like that. Yes, we have a lot of very supportive organizations, but when you really look at the banner leaders in the community that always are there, always step up, and the effort they put into this program to launch it, they're doing all the work. We don't have the staff to do it, and we don't have the funding to do it. So First Source Federal Credit Union, their leaders, Pam, Marianne, and the whole marketing team, John, I see you there, and all of his executive team, those are the people that make things happen in this community. And Paws and Pages Reading Program is an example of that. So truly, truly thank you from the bottom of our hearts, First Source team, for this and for everything else you do in the community. Thank you all for coming today.
Love to come here and see all the animals, and now we're going to pass the mic over to the executive director of Anita Stevens Swan Humane Society, Trisha Barone.
Thank you, Joanne. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. What beautiful, beautiful weather. The Paws and Pages program has been a true labor of love for everybody involved, and it really, really has taken a village, like so many other things that we collaborate with. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, First Source, for sponsoring such a wonderful and impactful program for both the kids and our fur babies. I have been in many schools over the last couple of months talking about this program, and I'm just going to say that it is blowing up. The kids are so excited for it. The teachers were so excited about it, and even administrators. I'm actually going to be sending home some flyers with schools so that they can take advantage of this program this summer. I do have two special announcements today. The first, in addition to having this program on Saturday mornings, we are opening it up for another 2 mornings a week. So we will have this program available on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday mornings for the month of July and August. So we hope to see so many kids here during their summer breaks. It's going to be so fantastic. And I also wanted to thank a very special guest here. Her name is Karen Lombardo, who authored this book that I'm holding. It's called Silly Lily Saves Miss Tilly. This book is about an English bulldog, Miss Tilly, who was adopted from a shelter to help combat fears of children and really that missing piece of completing a family. So I'm so excited to announce that each Paws and Pages pilot kid here today will receive a copy of this book, courtesy of the Staffworks Fund, and you get to take it home, personalized and autographed by Karen Lombardo, the author. So we do have a table outside with a basket of books, and she will be autographing it for all of you as a special token of our appreciation. Julia?
How exciting, how pumped are you guys? Yeah! All right, let's wrap up quick here. First, I just want to say we do have a representative from Marion Buttonshawn's office to provide a certificate of merit for the program. Cheryl?
I'm Cheryl. I'm representing Assemblywoman Buttonshawn's office, and this is a New York State Assembly Certificate of Merit presented to the Paws and Pages reading program. Congratulations on your grand opening, and we're so excited for this program. A win for the animals and a win for the children.
Can you hold that? Oh. And lastly, we have our ribbon cutting sponsor this year is Solvay Bank. We have Matt Nickel from Solvay Bank to provide you guys with a plaque for the program as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you, First Source, for providing the funding for this. It's incredible. So on behalf of the chamber members, the staff, the ambassadors, the catalysts, and all the members, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I know our good friend over here has the scissors, so I want us to quickly. Do you guys want to cut the ribbon? All right.
All right, guys, so make it. You're gonna open it up.
Okay.
Hold it for just 1 second, just so you, how about you hold the top, you hold, there you go, ready? We're all gonna look forward and get a picture. Everybody who can reach, put their hand on the ribbon and smile. Say hi.
All right, and on the count of 3, we're gonna say Paws and Pages and Paws and Pages, and then we guys.
I just want you to do a quick snip, okay, ready?
1, 2, 3. Paws and Pages. What a wonderful program for our community, and how exciting that you guys get to come and spend your summer vacation reading to the animals during the week and on the weekends. Yeah! We'd like to. Yes. So, thanks to everybody who came today. We do have some fun stuff outside, some refreshments provided by First Source. We have the Paws and Pages table to talk about the program some more, and this Silly Lily Saves Miss Tilly book for the students participating in this program. Thank you, everyone.